Hi and welcome to Golden Age Shooting. Today I have for you Pardini as well as Walther LP500. Pardini, the model is K12. Okay, and the good part about these guns, both are phenomenally good and they're excellent in accuracy. So the main and key differentiators are very few. I'll go over them anyways for you. So if you look at Walther specifically, let's start with the rear side. The grip. The grip is fantastic in terms of shaping and comfort. A lot of shooters feel immediate good wrapping around with contours on the grip. They feel very comfortable with that. It's sleek and a little longer, so it feels really good. For a lot of people, they appreciate the Walther grips. Though there are a lot of complaints about the sleek part of the rear end of the grip, but we've never had any problem with this part. So it's fantastic and it doesn't break so easily as well as a lot of people tend to tell. So if you look at the rear side, of course there are a lot of adjustments which you can do: the depth, width, height and the angle. So all these things can be altered with the rear side. The quality of rear side is also very nice and sturdy. Okay, the loading lever is fantastic, right? It's made out of aluminium and it's very comfortable and very good. And then the barrel sleeve itself looks very good with Walther branding and LP500 on either side. With you see the holes on top. This is for the air to escape behind the pellet, and the compensator in the front. And this gun has very low recoil and a very good absorber system, pneumatic absorber system, which is fantastic. The cylinder is also pretty decent in terms of 10 years warranty on both. It's the same. And trigger is good. Trigger shoe, it's plastic, and the whole mechanism is very easy to use and comfortable. And now moving to Pardini. Okay, so Pardini also has a rear side which is adjustable, very sturdy. Grip is rock solid, and of course not everybody would appreciate the contours of Pardini, but it's phenomenal grip. It's very good, very strong. And the loading lever is a single lever, unlike the aluminium one there. And then the barrel, which has the different options in colors, and then the compensator is there. Similarly, we have hole in the on the top of the barrel, which allows the escape of air. And then the trigger is again aluminium, and it's very comfortable. The shape of it is also very comfortable. You can change the angle and height similar to the Walther. So coming to the safety aspect of this, unlike Morini and Steyr, if you look at these guns have their own separate switches for safety. Turn this side, the gun will not fire. Okay, if you push the lever on the other side, then the gun will fire. So safety is there. Whereas if you look at the Pardini, then the safety switch here is here. So now the gun will fire. If I switch it on, the gun will not fire. Okay, so that's how we do dry fire in both. So what is recommended is always load the lever and then only engage the safety. Don't engage safety when the gun is unloaded or when the gun is not cocked. So always remember this aspect. So only load the gun, then engage the safety lever to safety or fire mode, then close it and then do what is necessary. When it comes to the weight of the gun, Walther feels a little lighter, but the best part about Walther again is the under barrel weights. It's a hidden feature sort of, not many people would notice. So if you see, the weights can be added from the underneath of the barrel. And Pardini, there's no such feature there, but they give you separate weights like this, round weights, which is just screw type. Okay, just tighten them onto that, and that's it. And you can shift it front and back depending on your requirement. So when it comes to the tubes, the air tubes, both are pretty good, sturdy, no problems as such. So this has a manometer in the front which shows the pressure, and this has a spring pressure gauge which moves forward and back. With that line you check how much air is filled into the cylinder. The rear side is pretty much the same, but Walthers have with these issues in the grooves getting cut off based on usage, and that is always because of the misuse of the shooter or the wrong usage of shooter. So how to use it, we've made another video in terms of how to use the cylinders. So we would recommend you to put it straight always, go counterclockwise and then clockwise to close it. Okay, whenever it's tight, don't go any further than the tightness. So it should be free when you're pushing it. You should be able to very comfortably go all the way through. Okay, if it feels tight, don't push it. That will damage the thread permanently, and that way we have seen very less complaints in other weapons. So other than that, if you take care, I have never come across a problem. Our academy has been using Walther guns for a very long time. We've never had a single problem because we take care of this issue, and all the complaints is because of wrong usage of cylinders, the way you put it in and the way you pull it out, not only here, even while loading. So that part you have to take care of. Other than that, the gun is phenomenal. So the accuracy, if you look at, both guns are absolutely fantastic. Both are scoring excellent in international circuit and national circuit. In fact, Pardini had the latest national record at 589 2023 nationals. So 589 was shot on a Pardini. And top 3 scores out of top 8 was from Pardini. Walther was not there in the top 8, but people who were shooting were really appreciating the gun, and the gun has won a couple of World Cups or more than that. So it's no less in accuracy. So this is also a phenomenal gun. We absolutely love these two guns. And looking at the dealership and the service and the other aspects, if you compare that, Walther has a better service availability in India as of now. Okay, Pardini is not really up to the mark in terms of parts availability and this, but gun is fantastic. Walther has a fantastic, as a brand, is fantastic in terms of sales and service both. So there are all the components, parts are available on a regular basis, gun service on a regular basis, everything happens very well. The regulator part is, again, the technology is very similar. Both have the disc spring technology on the regulator, which operates pretty similar to each other, not very different from the other. And the main differentiator for a lot of people who want to buy these guns would be grips, weight and the length of the gun. Okay, if you see length of the gun, Pardini always is the longest gun. Compare any gun, if you put 4 guns across, Steyr, Morini, Walther and Pardini, Pardini is always the longest because of the barrel and the cylinder, whereas the action more or less remains the same size, the housing for almost all of the guns. And because of that, the modification on the grip is limited in terms of Pardini, whereas the other guns there is a little more scope to do that. And the contours on the grip of Walther is fantastic, so a lot of people prefer it to keep it original. It feels absolutely perfect. So these are the main key features of these guns. So most welcome to drop in comments what you like about these guns, and I would love to hear. So please share, subscribe, follow us for more such information.